NHL Metropolitan Division predictions. At 8th, I've got the Pittsburgh Penguins. The one positive for the Penguins this year is going to be Sidney Crosby, but unless he puts up 200 points, Pittsburgh isn't making the playoffs with that defense and goaltending. They're going to be a lottery team, and I think they're going to get Gavin McKenna. They're going to go from Lemieux to Crosby to McKenna, so it's not going to be all bad for Penguins fans. At 7, I've got the Philadelphia Flyers. On paper, this team just doesn't really stand out. I am interested to see what they look like under Rick Tocchet, and Matvei Michkov's one of my favorite players in the NHL already, but their goaltending is going to hold them back from competing for a playoff spot. It's some of the worst in the NHL. At 6, I've got the New York Islanders. I like the work that Matthew Darch did this summer. I think Ilya Sorokin's capable of having a Vezina caliber year, and I'm interested to see Matthew Schaefer's rookie season because we've seen a number of young defensemen step into the NHL recently and become stars right off the bat, but this team still feels like it's in the middle of a retool, and I don't think they're going to be close to the playoffs. At 5, I've got the New Jersey Devils. This will surprise some people, but the same 8 teams making it to the playoffs 2 years in a row in the Eastern Conference is literally impossible. Somebody has to miss, and I think that will be the Devils. In my opinion, they were the worst playoff team last year. Now, yes, they were riddled with injuries, but even at full health, this team wasn't all that convincing. Their forward group isn't deep, and I can't count on them to be fully healthy over an 82-game season. At 4th, I've got the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Jackets just missed out on the playoffs last year, and yet there's a number of young players on this team that feels like still haven't reached their full potential. Jet Greaves is projected to be their starter this year, and while he has put up good numbers and limited playing time, goaltending is still a question mark for me, and the team I have in 3rd has a massive advantage in that department. And at 3rd, I've got the New York Rangers. While I don't like the Rangers' depth, there's a number of top players on this team that I think are going to have bounce-back years, such as Mika Zibanejad, Adam Fox, and Igor Shesterkin. They also brought in Mike Sullivan as head coach this offseason. He had a ton of success in Pittsburgh, and I think he's going to get the Rangers back to the playoffs. At 2nd, I've got the Washington Capitals. There's part of me that thinks this team could regress a little bit this upcoming season. They're not going to be able to rally around the Ovi goal chase this year and have that emotional high, but this is still a really good team on paper. I like their defense, and I liked it heading into last season. They've got the same goaltending as last year. Their forward group is deep, and this team should easily make the playoffs in a weak division like the Metro. And at number 1, it's the Carolina Hurricanes. I think this already was the best team in the Metro Division. Then they brought in Nikolai Ehlers this past offseason. They're going to be a regular season juggernaut again, but the question with the Canes is, can they get it done in the playoffs? But as always, leave a like, drop a follow on the Armchair Athletes, and let me know in the comments who you think will win the Metro.